Racket number one is a Brad Inman post in Inman Coast to Coast. If you're not a member of that, I think you should. There's always some good discussion there. And listen, he didn't even give his real opinion. I think you can read between the lines on what it is.
WTF question mark.
All caps.
Yes.
All caps. All right. So he posted a video from the Tim Smith group. This video has amassed over 44,000 views on YouTube, and it's unlisted right now. It's not even public. So because the property has already sold, when it sells, he unlists the property. So these views, because I think it sold in October.
It did.
These views were gained like
afterward.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so do we know how many video
before he unlisted? I mean, he's still collecting
but
views.
Before Brad posted it. Like, do you think Brad?
I know when Brad posted it 5 days ago as of recording this. So last week, Thanksgiving week, he posted. I think it was like Thanksgiving Day, somewhere around there.
I feel like it was the night before Thanksgiving because I remember like waking up and you had texted it to me, and I was like, I was appalled.
You were,
but we'll get to that.
Were you hungover? Did your stomach turn
obviously
when you watched it?
I mean,
so
isn't the whole world hungover on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it was right around there, the night before Thanksgiving that he posted it. There's 255 comments. And I mean, the first comment that was made was, wonder who the ad is targeting. And that's
true.
really...
Again, after you read it, after you watch it and then read the comments, there was another woman, like, it's a man's world. Like, you could like sing it in your head. So
let's describe the video. We'll play a couple clips, potentially if you're watching.
So this is quarantine day 152.
That's the name. That's the thumbnail on the YouTube video. And this is to promote 1806 Maripada.
Well, good thing you do not live in California and selling those homes.
Maripada Drive in Corona del Mar in California. Now, this home did sell for just under $8 million in October, so he accomplished goal of selling. Tim Smith Group, by the way, shout out to that group. They do a ton of great videos and innovative marketing. Yeah. And he's always
they
Newport
have their
Beach.
hands on some handsome actors too.
Yeah, he did. Oh, you like the guy?
Well, no,
you
all
thought
of
that
them.
was good.
All of them.
All the actors and actresses. Remember he did the Teach Me How to Duffy with the boats?
I didn't realize that it was all the same.
That's him.
That's important.
That's
well, that's important to know.
So he's done.
So he's really good at marketing.
He's very good.
Yeah.
Very
he's
good.
actually so this is then no surprise to him. He's used to getting attention for a different reason.
So describe, for those that are just listening, let's describe the video. It's obviously promoting this listing, which is a beautiful home.
So it's a husband and wife with their 2 children walking down the sidewalk, and the children are being, I'm going to do it here, wildly obnoxious. And while the mother is sort of trying to tend to the children, the husband happens to stop in front of this house that is for sale.
It's got Tim's sign out there.
Yep. And then he starts daydreaming about what his life would be like living in that home.
Yeah. So this is his daydream.
Yes.
And so he's going through the house. He's smoking a cigar. Lights up a beautiful cigar.
And the kids are delivering him beers.
Yeah.
His wife is in the kitchen.
And then his wife tells him that she's inviting over her
twin sister. Twin sister is now invited. Well, not invited. She's got a quarantine there for some reason. So again, really, that's fun. I mean, they look identical. Of course, he's gonna love the sister too. But then it gets a little dicey because then he gets into the shower and asks.
Well, first there was a little joke there. She's a massage therapist. He says, "Oh, my back's been tight."
No, she says that she hasn't been able to practice in a while, and he said, "Luckily, yes."
Yeah.
And then he gets in the shower and asks his wife, about a tattoo that she just got, and the wife then walks in while
to the bathroom
in the shower.
Beautiful bathroom, beautiful shower.
Honey, the whole house is beautiful.
Yeah.
But he walks into the shower, asks that, and then his wife walks into the bathroom and says, "No, honey, but my sister has." And then she proceeds to walk out of the bathroom, and he remains in the shower with the sister and the new tattoo.
And so the rest, would you say that scene was the one that made you said it made you wrote me a text saying you loathed this,
Loathed.
Right? Yeah. So was it that scene?
Yeah, so there's lots of things. Because
you have a lot of comments here, people saying, "Oh, we're all just living in a man's world." You have
Here
it is. It's a man's world after all. Sing it with me now.
Sing it with me.
Embarrassing. I am speechless.
Yes.
I can't believe the broker approved this. Trashy, very trashy.
It was really just that one part that was
There
trashy.
are a lot of ways to market the idea of fantasy.
So, but what Byron brought to my attention.
Here's one. I sent it to my daughters, one millennial and the other a Gen Z. I will post their responses when I get them. And so they were scathing responses, of course.
But you did tell me I'm not a huge TikToker, but you are.
So on TikTok there is, and I don't know if this is kind of the play off of that trend. There's a huge trend on TikTok where, you know, either gender, you know, you could reverse this where, you know, say the female will walk into a room and, you know, see her husband there and, you know, do some kind of, you know, playful pass at her husband. And then, you know, say that's in the kitchen, then walks into the living room and then sees her husband sitting in the living room, says, what the heck's going on? And the husband says, oh, you know, my twin brother here, or vice versa. Right. So that's a huge trend that people are doing on TikTok as a joke. So I don't know if he was playing off that. But now here's the other part of we got to add this piece of context.
We have to, because even this morning, Byron's like, are we going to do that video? And I walked into this podcast room not wanting to participate in this event.
Oh, what is that? Just commenting on the video? Why wouldn't you want to comment on it?
Because why bring more attention to it? I thought it was.
Oh, you really thought it was trashy.
I just thought it was gross.
Yeah. So, and that's
obviously people are talking about it, so it's working. But in the
comments are filled with people that agree with you that it was trash. Yes. But we'll get into some other comments too that kind of not dispute that, but have a different side of it. But also in the comments, there's some context. Tim Macy and Colin from RETV
was very helpful in saying, easy now. I think it's important for you to watch the first video. So the first video is called Quarantine Day. What day is it? 74.
What happens when a family in quarantine, day 74, meets 1627 Bayadere Terrace in Corona Del Mar again. So it's another listing in Corona Del Mar.
Yes. So this is day 74. So this is actually a video that was made prior to the man's version.
This one is her fantasy. So this was before his fantasy version. Now, this video, Nicole, the other one has almost 45,000 views. This one only has just over 5,500 views, and it was posted in June, and it's not unlisted, which leads me to believe this home is still on the market, which this home's better than
my God, this
beautiful.
House is so much better.
But now this home may still be actively being marketed because unless he unlisted that because he got so much.
You think? Maybe the new buyers though wanted them to unlist. Sometimes new buyers get a little,
and that's that's typically I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I have
in the
buyers all
comments.
the time. Like, can you take all the photos off of MLS?
Yeah, I believe Tim unlists videos when they have sold to that point. Most of the time, to respect the homeowners. Now this one is still up. They're basically the identical video, except. You don't have.
I mean, I want
a shower scene.
There's no shower scene where my husband is allowing me to walk in with his twin brother and being like, "Hey, you're cool." I also am not getting a massage. The woman is not getting a massage. There's no massages.
There was no massage, but everything else was basically. Would you agree the same?
For the most part, I mean, for the most part, she was dining with her family. I mean, there were some things like I think that I'd want to dine alone, but he was like rubbing her feet. So yes, for the most part, yes, you had to watch this one.
So
it was almost irresponsible of Brad Inman to just post this, but
without doing.
But he got exactly what he wanted. Look at all the comments.
He got a great conversation going. He probably didn't know about the other video. Obviously, Colin and Tim helped us out. They posted that video for us in the comment section. But I mean, listen, we have so distasteful.
Were there any other comments under Colin after he posted the video? Like, did people come back?
I'll go to that right now.
Oh, whoops! Like now I feel like an idiot.
Jackie says, "Thank God I hadn't had my turkey yet."
Hashtag me too. I mean,
me too. So bad. Really? Now. You have, this one says, as a woman, my personal opinion, I wouldn't want to work with that agent team. So another one, I found a distraction from the actual house. Now, listen, if you just here's the other side of it, and we'll get into some of these other comments. If you just put a video of that house, you're talking maybe 800 views. If there's no actors and it's just the house and it's B-roll of the house.
800's pretty aggressive too.
I'm saying, well, because Tim's got a good following, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Okay. But like you're talking maybe, 80 to 800 views. Like if it's just the house.
Right.
There's no story.
Right.
Right. This is why robots are beating us. Somebody says we've talked about the robots. Okay, so now Emily here says this was brilliant creativity. It has received over 42,000 views. So when Brad posted 42,000 views, he's gotten another 3,000 views off this thing.
She did say, I'd keep out the women dreams, though.
I'd keep out the so having that the raunchy scene there.
That was really the only the really disappointing. That was.
Lauren says, well, it's California, anything goes. I thought everyone.
Look, very sexist.
But very sexist. You get a lot of that.
I doubt it's the first video produced of this type.
Now
by
they've done.
folks.
I mean, they haven't done one like this that I remember. All right, so Colin writes, and he does have 7 replies when he posts the video. So here's the link. So Colin does point out it's not nearly as sexual, the first video. You got to go, if you're listening to the podcast, you got to watch these videos.
I love Danny. So Danny goes, Colin, LOL. Her fantasy was an engaged husband and father. And I said that too.
That's what you said, yeah.
I was like, this dream is just like him doing what he should be doing, which is just helping. Like they're eating dinner together. What else? Like what was he do? He was like, yes, I agree with Danny. But maybe that's all that women.
Susan agrees with Danny. Yeah. Erica. Maybe she says, Danny, maybe that's the next one. Her taking the home and running the world, like divorcing him and like saying, true, right? Maybe they have a third part to this. Maybe that's, hey, you want to be my next Corona Del Mar listing?
We're still in quarantine. I mean,
right.
They're only on day 174.
And in California, they have some ridiculous restrictions. So they may be in like some severe lockdown and may be able to play off of that some more. I need a shower after watching this. Tim also posted.
Look at, again, Danny, but some of the women in this thread literally stated their fantasy
this is Erica. This is Erica saying this.
A silent home with no one else in it. Just them alone.
Everyone has their own fantasies. Yeah. They clearly think this home is more for the Bachelor. Jim, I enjoyed the laugh. Good for you, Jim. Jim, your opinion doesn't matter here. This is I don't think the male opinions matter as much.
Brittany, wow.
What did the owner of the property think? Well, Cindy writes, what did the owner of the property think? Obviously, they approved of it. I mean, it's safe to assume, this is what Carol writes, it's safe to assume they loved it, I think. But yeah, I mean, they wouldn't, first of all, they got $8 million to their house. So they loved the result that the Tim Smith Group produced.
Right.
Now, they obviously approved the video.
Maybe. Yeah.
Or they approved Tim Smith Group the ability to run with the marketing and branding however they want. True. They approved that part of it.
Well, it's interesting. I wonder who lives in the house before.
Derek says this video was awesome and it was brilliant. Rebecca says showing the women's dream video first because there's a theme isn't helping the argument. These are outright sexist and assume a lot of stupid things about women and men.
I kind of agree. But
hey, here's the deal.
I'm just glad that there was a video before this one.
Would I do that? Certainly in this market that we're in, absolutely not.
Never.
I would not, Sam, I would never say let's get a couple of actors and do a shower scene to that degree.
I don't know that I would even participate in having any shower scene at all.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Whether it's actors or whoever's or whatever, we would not do that in this market here in Connecticut. Now, Tim sells more than anybody in the Newport Beach Corona Del Mar market.
Well, I guess it gets to the point where you have to sort of you have to push the envelope.
Well, here's what my point of that is: if you're gonna always stay super safe, you're not gonna have this kind of 45K view awareness that Tim got.
It is interesting though, because again, there is one woman that's saying that she would not work with them. So it's sort of like our debate a few weeks ago about going so political too. Like,
correct. And that's why I wouldn't do it, because I think you have now crossed off a number of people that feel the same way as these agents in the comments in your own market, Tim, that are like, I'm never working with that group. Right. So that's why I wouldn't do it. But the pushing the envelope has allowed him to build the brand that he did. Because Teach Me How to Duffy didn't get a lot of great feedback either.
No, well, no, I still don't like that video.
No, I'm saying like some people loved it. I loved it.
Yeah.
But some people thought it was super cheese
Right.
for a property of that scale.
But it sold.
Yes. And this one sold for $8 million. So when he goes on his next listing appointment,
So what I can say though, I do think that he's smart bringing people into these videos. I mean, we've been talking about it, I feel like, for years, and we've never really ever executed on it. But like, you have to have people. It's like Instagram. Everybody comments more on a selfie than they do. So I mean, like you have to have the people, like you have to include the people.
And I mean, like if you're talking,
and if you're standing and washing dishes, like I don't want to buy a house. Like I can wash, like I don't want to see
and I mean, here's the thing,
in the same breath.
When you're selling an $8 million home to hire actors, the budget is probably there. You know, on a $350,000 home, the budget's not there to hire actors.
Well, that's why people have those blow up dinosaurs walking through.
Right. Or it's them, the agents. You know, the agents really have to be the actors on a $350,000
but I don't think you need
average
to talk.
price point.
Like I liked that there was no real talking. Like it wasn't like I'm in the kitchen, I'm in the bathroom. It was them utilizing the spaces.
Because the typical listing videos are never ever going to get this type of attention. And so when he goes on his next listing appointment,
right,
and he's going up against 2 other competitors in his market,
right,
and he says, hey, if you want to go with them and just get what everybody else is going to give you, he can use my favorite line. Just go on the MLS yourself through Zillow.
Right.
Just go for sale by owner. I'm going to do out of the box marketing. I'm going to bring in actors and I'm going to go and push the envelope to make sure that your property is seen by more potential buyers than anybody else you can market with.
right.
And now they may say, well, okay, great. Don't do any shower scenes, and you've got the listing.
Right.
So I would never do it. I don't know if I would go as far as saying.
I do think the first.
Now that I've seen the first video, I don't think this is a total sexist
not
move.
completely, but I almost wish that he had maybe kept it kind of more PG like he did in the first one.
No, I agree. I wouldn't. I would never go into that.
Because it is. I thought it was fun. I mean, we're all wandering around.
I mean, it was probably
like
still only
life.
PG-13 though. I mean, it was like, as some people say, look, some people think it's gross and all that kind of stuff, but you know, it's not rated R. You know,
Right.
I mean, it's not like you see anything.
No. But still, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. I wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it. But we also haven't done a listing video that's got 45,000 views. So there's that to think about.
No. But we're talking about it, so it's working.
We're talking about it.
Yeah.
So Tim Smith.